Morning.
Good morning.
It's Wednesday, it's the 5th of June, and wouldn't you know it, the sun is out because today's the start of the exams.
I know.
Good luck to everybody doing the junior cert and leaving cert this morning. English?
Yes, I have the
It's always
timetable.
English, isn't
I'll
it?
run through that in a second.
Right,
if you're
well-
doing your exams and you need me to read the timetable to you, though, you're in trouble.
Yes, that's true too. So good luck to everybody this morning. Look, it's absolutely lovely out there now. There will be some showers across the county today. Only a small few though. It's actually supposed to be a fairly nice day today. So temperature's up and around 14 or 15 degrees, and right now I think it's about 9 or 10. But yeah, so it's not going to be a bad day at all, to be fair. So
No, it's nice out there, all right. Yeah, it's
it
very
is,
bright. Okay, some of the big stories in the papers today. So today's the day, not only leaving and junior cert starting, but Donald Trump is arriving in Ireland as well today. And our president, Michael D. Higgins, has criticised him over climate change. The president has lashed out at Donald Trump's regressive and pernicious record on climate change, and he's strongly urging the US president to reconsider its decision to pull out of the Paris Agreement on climate change. That's the main story in today's Irish Examiner. Sinn Féin Liam Ní Riada has conceded defeat in the Ireland South elections after a marathon count and partial recount. So yesterday, I think, was just day one, wasn't it, of this huge recount that was, it was predicted it could take up to 6 weeks and cost about €1 million. But yesterday, after just one day of counting, Sinn Féin's Liam Ní Riada conceded that she wasn't going to make up the 300 and something votes that she needed. And she has indeed lost her job because she was a sitting MEP, of course. And that's also on the front page of the Irish Examiner today.
Same story in the Mail now. Michael D takes a swipe at Mr Trump on the eve of his visit to Ireland. President Higgins criticised US President Donald Trump's action on climate issues, and just 17, the girl that the Dutch state has euthanised. An awful sad story, no doubt, inside the Irish Daily Mail this morning as well.
In the Times Ireland edition as well, a photograph of Trump and Theresa May on the front page. That's ahead of this afternoon's meeting with Leo Varadkar. He held that press conference with the British PM yesterday. The face on him, he's great at the facial expressions, isn't he?
Yeah, the photograph in the Times Ireland edition, actually, it's a bit like Theresa May is talking and it's a bit he's leaning over going, "Hi, Theresa.
Yeah.
Who's your man there in the front row?"
Who's that lad now? Remind me his name. More on President Higgins' attack on Trump on the climate change also. It's also the main story on the Times. Their papers have really picked up on that. And legal panel to look at cap on personal injury awards is another story in the Times today. Ireland's legal reform body set to examine whether the government could introduce new laws to limit awards in personal injury cases. When I broke my finger last year, so many people said to me, and friends and people I know quite well, "Oh, you get a nice few quid for that now."
Yeah.
This is their first thought. Everybody's all judgmental
Campo.
so judgmental about Maria Bailey. It's, people were giving out about her and absolutely had zero time for what she did. And still, I don't know how many people said to me, "Did you get on to them about suing them?" No, I didn't. I fell,
Yeah, there was a broadcast I was listening to recently, and during one of the storms about 2 or 3 years ago, a tree fell and damaged his car, right? So insurance covered all that, or at least the crowd who owned the property covered all that. It was all fine. And then he got a phone call, so he was telling us on the radio, he said he got a phone call subsequently from the crowd who owned the property where the tree fell from. Their insurance company rang him again and said, "Listen, we're going to give you an extra €5,000. And he's like, "For what?" "Oh, just for mental damages, for the torture we put you through." He's like, "Lads, no, a tree fell on the car. No one got hurt. The car's been fixed. It's fine."
Yeah, it's
He's
terrible.
like, that's the kind of thing they're doing.
Yeah.
The Indo this morning says Killalea hits out after order to repay 18 million in done transfers. This is the story about Gail Killalea, who's hit out after being ordered to pay back a fraudulent transfer and a jury in Connecticut unanimously ordered the estranged wife of bankrupt developer Sean Dunn to pay millions back to a bankruptcy trustee is on the front page there. And speaking of bankers then, return of the bankers' bonuses as the central banks backs pay flexibility. That's also in this morning's Irish Independent. I'm sure people will be loving to see bankers getting bonuses on the front page of the paper there this morning.
Chernobyl is trending. Episode 5 was on last night, and 2 of the survivors of the tragedy, they've been watching it and they say they think the show is excellent. So that's a good endorsement from them. I haven't seen any of it yet now. I would like to see it. And Love Island is also trending, and some lad on it, I didn't see it now, I just heard people talking about it, not last night, the night before. The girls asked him, we might try to get the clip for the show, do you shave your whole body? And he's like, yeah, and I get my mum to shave my bum.
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
Jesus Christ.
Gas.
That's not Bev.
That's not Bev.
That's not Bev.
No.
Yeah, and one of the tweets I saw this morning was, please tell me that I'm not the only one that saw Amber lean in for a kiss from Curtis and he totally pulled away.
Oh, Curtis, you dog.
The World Rugby 20s is trending as well. Ireland had a cracking win yesterday. They beat England in the opening game of the World Cup in South America. Is it Argentina it's on?
Yeah, I don't know where that's on.
Brilliant though from Ireland, and I saw the 2 tries they scored were absolutely outstanding. And I didn't put it on our sheet, I don't know why, but Shane Ross is also trending this morning because Shane Ross is the greatest person in the world when it comes to chancing his arm. He is in every single photo. Pick up any of the papers today of Katie Taylor coming home and Shane Ross is in the photograph.
He has to be, though.
Every single one of them.
He has to be though, right?
Yeah, but it's the video footage.
As in he got into every photo. Like,
yes.
He was like, I'll get into that one over there, lads.
I'll put it to you this way, right? As she's standing in the airport with her belts, like, Katie, Katie. So she turns to this photographer and she turns back to this photographer and then she turns to the cameras and watch the video footage in the news, right? So while she's turning this way, Shane Ross comes over and just like... So then she turns that way and he's kind of... And then in the video footage, right? So she turns to, let's say, RTE News and the next thing Shane is just like... And then she'll turn to Virgin Media and then all of a sudden he's like...
Oh, brilliant!
It's actually ridiculous how much of the how many photographs he got into yesterday. Chancer.
Nutella, people talking about it as well because fans of Nutella. Remember, we found out that's how you say it properly.
Yeah, it's Nutella apparently. Yeah.
There's shortages happening with Nutella, or it faces shortages. That's because strikes have shut a factory that makes a quarter of the supply of the world's Nutella. I was in a place yesterday, Ballyseedy morning, and they've got the biggest tub of Nutella. We were just queuing up to get coffees and my daughter goes, is that Nutella? We looked over, it was like a bucket of it.
I hope you turned around and corrected her and said, no, it's Nutella.
I said Nutella. God, where did I get you? It's 2 days until Theresa May steps down as well. And it's also World Environment Day, so that's worth keeping in mind.
Yeah, something that's been in the news quite a bit, especially with all the Greens that got elected in the recent local and European elections.
Do you remember having this pinned on your notice board on your fridge at home?
Jesus.
Yeah, I remember it quite well, even though it was so long ago. So Leaving Cert
changed at all.
No, Leaving Cert starts today. It always kicks off with English Paper 1 and then Home Economics in the afternoon as well. And Junior Cert, English in the morning and Civics, Social and Political Education, which we just called Civics. And we didn't have any exam in it because we had, I think, one book for the entire 5 years that I was in secondary school in Civics.
I also didn't have an exam in it. I think it was like a project that we had to do. But it wasn't, I don't get marks for it.
No, we didn't get any marks. Ah. About 2 or 3 years in, I went, excuse me, is this supposed to be physics by any chance? Because we haven't learned a damn bloody... It was the most useless subject.
Yeah.
Civics. But I'm sure it's much better now.
Civics,
and good luck in your exam.
Civics to us, and I don't know, maybe you were the same, Civics to us was not necessarily a free class, but it was a class that if you could get away with it, you could be doing your homework on the back.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't necessarily pay attention to what was going on. That was me anyway, in my take on
I think it's... I will say I think it's probably very different now.
Oh, yeah. If there's an exam, it'll have to be.
Yeah, so that's happening today, and then it's full steam ahead for Irish tomorrow, and engineering and English Paper 2 for the Leaving Certs. So, busy one.
Good luck to everybody doing the Junior Cert and Leaving Cert this morning. I mean, it's easy for us to say, look, don't stress and don't be nervous. Of course, you're going to be a little bit nervous, but good luck with it. And you never know, it'll fly.
I think when I was doing my Leaving Cert, and most people are like this, you feel like it's the be all and end all, and if you mess this up, you've messed up big styly, and you haven't. Because there's loads of ways for you to get to do what you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you want to be a mechanical engineer and you don't get the points to do the degree course in whatever university, you'll find another way to do it.
Yeah, well, we better go before we actually get fired and have to go back and do the Leaving Cert. So enjoy your day. Good luck with the exams.
Bye, guys.
Good luck.